What is up, everybody? I am back, and today we have a booster box of Pokemon Sword and Shield BattleStyles. Now, what I will say is I know that this is kind of wavering from the baseball, football, hockey, like the sports card trend that we are, or that, this channel started on. But what I can say is Pokemon is something that's been near and dear to my heart ever since I was a little kid. Right? I've been collecting these cards, or I collected these cards as a kid for a long time, and it was only until I moved to college that I ever really stopped. And then, unfortunately, my parents threw my collection out because, well, it was fairly sizable and took a bunch of space up in the house. And I wasn't able to take it with me, so they definitely didn't care for it. But getting in here, BattleStyles, Esper, and Salazzle. So BattleStyles, right, one of the newer sets, Chilling Reign and Eevee Heroes. Eevee Heroes being the newest Japanese set, Chilling Reign being the newest English set. Was not able to get either of them at this point. They're way too expensive from where I think they should be and where I think they will be here coming up in the near future. I don't think they're going to hold that value. Eevee Heroes might, just because of all the artwork and all the evolutions that people really like. I don't think that Chilling Reign is going to hold the value that it's coming out, or that it came out at. Right? I have a feeling that it's going to drop a little bit. Probably, if I'm being honest, probably not as much as BattleStyles has, but I still think it's going to drop a bit. Now, and there's the neighbors moving furniture again. Now, I will say I did pick these up on a pretty good deal. There's a guy in the area who had them. Not a scalper, actually. It was kind of funny. He had them. He had bought them at retail. Even if he was a scalper, he took a loss, is what I'm trying to say. He bought them at retail, and then ended up either sitting on them for too long and they went down in value and he got skittish and wanted to get out of them, or he just had them or somehow acquired them. At any rate, the bag that they were in, because he handed them to me in a Target bag. I met him at a Walmart and they were in a Target bag. Well, the Target bag had a receipt from the card shop down the road, or from one of the card shops in the area here. And in the bag had a receipt for 2 BattleStyles booster boxes. And what I can tell you is I didn't pay him what that receipt said was paid for 2 BattleStyles booster boxes. So, either he had them and just didn't want to open them and was hoping that they'd go up and just got kind of scared, or he was trying to scalp them and realized he was not going to be making his money. Either way, guy lost money. I kind of feel bad if he was somebody that was just going to hold on to him and just kind of got scared. But if he was a scalper or attempting to scalp him, I don't feel bad for him at all. Carnivine and Octillery. Now, what I can say is I paid less than $100 a box for these. So, I figure it is a good deal. Y'all let me know down below if it was or not. Because if I didn't get a good deal on them, then I didn't get a good deal on them. But to me, it was either buy them from him or buy them on eBay. because the local card shop is not selling booster boxes at this point. There's Pig Knight Reverse and Mimikyu V. They are not selling booster boxes at this point at the card shop that I frequent, so I wouldn't have been able to get them from them. I would have had to have gone to eBay or Amazon or TCG Player, the Collector's Cache. I would have had to have gone online for them, and eBay was probably the one place that I found a halfway decent price for them. And I ended up paying this guy less than what they were going for on eBay. Now, he did ask, after the transaction was made, he did ask what I intended to do with them. I bought 2 of them from him, and I know he's got 2 more, I believe, along with some BattleStyles ETBs. And he asked me what I was doing with them. I said I was going to open one of them up and see what I can get out of it. The other one I was probably going to keep sealed. So as of right now, that's kind of the game plan, is I'm going to open this one up. I'm going to keep the other one sealed. Now, if this video takes off and you guys are enjoying this, if you guys enjoy this and you want to see another booster box of this being opened, just let me know. I'd be more than happy to either go and get another one, or either go and get another booster box from him or from an online seller, or if that's out of the equation, I could always open the one I have on standby. No, I don't think we have anything in the back, but it'll be interesting to see. Seadra, Weeping Bell. Oh, Hone Edge with Electabuzz behind him. And we saw the rares, Baltoy, Gligar, Salandit, Colossal, Reverse, and a Scorch. Non-holographic rare. Now what I will say is these cards are pack fresh, so they are slippery, so I will be stopping every so often to get all of the bulk just kind of re-stacked so it's not sliding all over the place, taking up a ton of space on my table here. That I don't want. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and okay, I flipped it the right way. So we have Metal Energy, Cheryl, Heatmore, Tower of Darkness, Pawniard, Timber, Tepig, Glameow, Silicobra, Phalanx Reverse, and Steelix Holographic. Okay. Now, what I can say is I did look at the checklist of this, the card list, which is, if you've watched my other videos, is pretty odd for me to do. Normally I go into these pretty blind and I don't look at the checklist, I don't look at the card lists. With the baseball cards, I tend to have an idea of who might be in it, or who's going to be in it, or who we're chasing, but most of the time I don't. And I did look at these, and I know that there's alternate arts in this set. Those are the chase cards, in theory, right? Those are the ones that are worth the most. As we get through this pack, I know the Tyranitar alt art is the most expensive card on TCG Player. There's a couple other alt arts. Obviously, you have your V and VMAX cards, as well as full arts, rainbow rares, and the secret rares, the gold cards, alt arts, that kind of thing. So, we will have to see what we can find in this box. If we can find any of those secret rares or those highly sought after cards, it'd be pretty cool. Right, Cherubi, Reverse Lickitung, and Corviknight VMAX. This is the second one I've pulled. If you remember back, or if you watched the first Pokemon card video I did on this channel, I got one of those Corviknights, I believe, out of one of the 4 BattleStyles packs that I opened. And did I throw? I did not. Okay. I'm always keeping the holographic and the reverse hollows out and separated just because I like them. They're kind of cool. Definitely a little cooler to have than the base cards. Dottler, Pignite, Level Ball, Glameow, Silicobra, Frillish, Houndour, Scatterbug, Reverse Hollow Mindfu, and non-hollow Galarian Slowbro. But as we get into here, right, this is something I am going to be continuing, whether it's on the channel or not. And this channel started as a, hey, I'm doing this anyway, I might as well make a video of it, put it on YouTube, and if people enjoy it, they enjoy it. If they don't, they don't, right? I'm not doing the YouTube thing to try to get rich or be a full-time job. I'm just doing it because I enjoy it, I have fun doing it, and there's Flapple V, right? I enjoy doing it, I have fun making these videos, I really do. I enjoy it, and it's one of those things where it's I can always go back and look and say, okay, you know, say somebody comes to me with a box of BattleStyles 10 years down the road, right? If I have 3 videos, say on this channel, of opening BattleStyles booster boxes, and right now I'm only going to have the one, but if I say I had 3, right, and somebody in 3 years' time comes back to me and says, hey, I have a booster box of BattleStyles, you know, here's the price, would you like to buy it? I can look back on these videos and say, okay, well, out of the 2, 3, however many boxes I opened on video, this is what I got out of it. I can make a more informed decision there just based on my experience. Same thing goes with baseball cards, right? Like if I look at a card in my collection and say, okay, well, this Vladimir Guerrero Jr. rookie card, this chrome rookie card numbered to 999, right? I can look at that and say, okay, where did I get it? 2019 Heritage, Topps Heritage high number. Okay, well, somebody comes to me with a box of those in 10 years, when Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Fernando Tatis Jr., and Pete Alonso are having record seasons, I can look at it and say, okay, well, there's some potential here, right? Timber, Corpus, Cacnea, Mawile, Reverse Hollow Cedra, and Jellicent. Non-hollow rare. And the reason I say that, right, is not to discredit anybody who is currently making YouTube videos with these products, right? It's not to discredit anybody. I watch a ton of YouTube myself. So I watch a ton of people opening a ton of products, and you can get a pretty good idea watching somebody open something, what it has, what it's going to be, right? Cedra, Scroll of Swirls, Cacturn, Galarian Mr. Mime, Bellsprout, Onyx, Spearow, Sizzlipede, Reverse Hollow, Galarian Mr. Rhyme, and Minshao. But it's my experience, right? I know that none of these packs were weighed, right? I know that, hey, I popped the seal, I cut the seal on this box or these boxes. I know they weren't weighed, I know they weren't searched, I know they're not resealed. You know, there's umpteen different things that go into it, but I can look back at my videos and say, you know what, this is the type of luck I had with this product. This is what I can reasonably think I might get. Right, Fire Energy, Swordward, Shieldbert, Bisharp, Golbat, Shinx, Blipbug, Pawniard, Mankey, Sizzlipede, Carkol Reverse, and Licky Licky Non-Hollow. And that might be different, that might be odd, right? More than likely going to be different than most people. But the other thing is, it gives me some history with these cards, right? So say I get really big into wanting graded sets. Psychic Energy, Bisharp, Single Strike Energy, Camping Gear, Spearow, Pachirisu, Cherubi, Mindfu, Silicobra, Reverse Hollow Chimco, and Houndoom Holographic. I like that one. I really do. I've always kind of liked Houndoom as a Pokemon. But we're going to take a small break while I actually elaborate on this topic. Right, so say I get really big into wanting graded sets, right? collecting graded sets, which is a possibility, right? This Flapple V, the Corviknight VMAX, and the Mimikyu V that we've gotten out of this box so far, right? If I sent these off to get graded, say with CGC or PSA or Beckett, right? Any of the three. If I were to send these off to get graded and they come back 10s, or in the case of CGC and Beckett, 9.5s, right? And I decide I'm going to collect all 9.5s or I'm going to collect all 10s, right? Let's just say, just for the case of simplicity, let's say I send them off to PSA and I want to collect every card out of the set. The Vs, the VMAXs, the Secret Rares, the Alt Arts. I want to collect them in all 10, right? I send these off, they get 10s, right? They go into my personal collection. I can look back at this set and say, Corviknight VMAX, it's a 10. How did I get this? Right? And then I can look back on this video and re-watch and relive the experience of pulling that card myself. This pack feels heavier than most. That's weird. But that's the point of it for me, right? I make YouTube videos because I enjoy doing it, right? It's fun. Yeah, the production quality, not all that great. I am working on it. Believe you me, I'm working on it. But it's something that it builds history with these cards for me, right? Gligar, Salandit, Bronzor, Cacnea, Honedge, Aegislash. Definitely not a heavy pack. So that's my point of view, right? And everybody has a different point of view. Everybody has a different opinion, right? For those of you, if you're watching this and you're big into the sports cards and that's why you found my channel, it's no different than if you watch some of my other sports card videos, like the when I hunted 2005 Bowman for Justin Verlander, right? That card's going to get sent off. It's going to get graded. It's going to be in my personal collection no matter what it gets, right? And a lot of it just is because I can look back at it and say, hey, I pulled that card myself out of a pack, right? Pawniard, Houndour, Shinx, Gligar, Spoink, and Victini VMAX. Okay. Or even if I'm just trying to collect the full set, right? It doesn't even have to be graded, right? If I'm just trying to complete the full set, which I do with Pokemon, I do with football, I do with baseball, I do with hockey, I do it with pretty well everything I collect. I'm a completionist. I try to finish sets. So if I'm trying to finish the sets, right, I would have more pride in my collection if I pulled the cards in it than if I bought them. Right, Energy, Level Ball, Morpeko, Tool Jammer, Cubone, Murkrow, Tepig, Honedge, Electabuzz, Reverse Holo Gligar, and Holographic Entei. Gotta love the throwback to Johto. One of my favorite, actually it is my favorite generation of Pokemon games is Gen 2. I'm a huge Gen 2 fan. And I was around. I was playing Gen 1. I remember sitting in the back seat of the pickup truck with my cousin, and we were going to something. I think we were going to a cattle sale or something, and we were sitting in the back playing Pokemon Yellow and Red on our Game Boys. It was fun. I loved it. I wish I could go back and relive those days and not sell my stuff. Like my games, when I sold all my games, or, not letting my parents throw away my card collection. Brugly, Galarian, Mr. Rhyme. But no, it's one of those things where, to give you a real life example of mine, right? I grew up on a farm, so we raised cattle, we had sheep, we had pigs. We were your stereotypical junk in the front yard farm in the middle of nowhere is where I come from. And, showing cattle at the state fair or even at Louisville, which is a national level contest, right? I took more pride out of an animal that sat middle of the class or at the bottom, right? Last place. I took more pride in an animal that was last place that I raised myself than an animal that stood in the top 5 of the class that I bought. Right, because I can look back at it and say, I put in the work. I put in the effort. Right, I did it. So I guess for me, that's my opinion on things. That's my outlook. Reverse Hollow Heatmore and Lurantis non-hollow. So that's my outlook on it. Right? Everybody's got their own opinions. Everybody's got their own beliefs. So it's one of those where, hey, if you want to buy a set, more power to you. I prefer to hunt for them. But it's neither here nor there. Let's keep going. I think I see a V or VMAX in the back. We have Water Energy, Spupa, Gliscor, Bruno, Cherubi, Pachirisu, Chimco, Honedge, Horsey, Reverse Hollow Cherubi, and Empoleon V. Okay. And pretty soon here, I will be making a video. Unless you guys want it sooner, right? If you do, let me know. But I'm thinking of making a video on my birthday, no less. Or around there, maybe. I don't know. Right? I am mulling over the idea of making a video where I go through my collection. Right? Dark Energy, Cacturne, Rapid Strike, EXP Share, Galarian Slowpoke, Yamper, Murkrow, Salandit, Bellsprout, Reverse Hollow Indeedee, and Phalanx non-hollow rare. But I am mulling over the idea of going through my collection, right? It'd probably be a 30-minute video. Not gonna lie, just a heads up. Like it's not gonna be a short video. But I am tempted to make a video detailing my entire collection of everything, like everything I collect, everything I have set aside for you guys, just so you can kind of see what it is I do. Tower Waters, Carina's Focus, Perugly, Corphish, Scatterbug, Cubone, Murkrow, Tepig, Jellicent Reverse Hollow, and Aegislash non-hollow. And the reason there, and why I bring it up right now, is just the idea of I can go through all of my cards, and because there are so little, there are so few that I purchased as raw cards or graded cards or anything that way. Like there are so few that I know the ones I bought, right? And I have the memory there, but I have all the ones I've pulled. And I honestly would love to do a video for you guys where I go through my entire collection, whether it be football cards, baseball cards, hockey cards, Pokemon cards, coins even. Coin collecting is a big hobby of mine. And I have some pretty cool ones too. Cacturne, Onyx, Spearow, Sizzlipede, Shinx, Cacnea, Reverse Hollow Zubat, and Primeape. And the reason, so Pokemon cards, it's fun, it's nostalgic, right? Baseball cards, it's fun, it's a bit of an investment per se, same with football cards, but it's nostalgic there too, right? It's something I did as a kid all the time. Coins, it's something I did as a kid, right? That's something I was big into as a kid, but I'm a huge fan of history. And being able to look at a coin and say, hey, this coin is from 1903. What happened in 1903? Right? Grumpig, Luxio, Spupa, Galarian Mr. Mime, Fomantis, Spearow, Zubat, Cubone, Reverse Hollow Villain, and Villain, non-hollow. And for me, right, like I said, I'm a huge fan of history. Love history. Love learning about it. Love reading about it. Love watching videos about it. And so for me, the ability, or having the opportunity, I should say, that's the word I should use, is having the opportunity to go through and look at coins, see what year they were made, and then be able to go back and say, okay, well, what happened that year is just phenomenal. I love it. Metal Energy, Fearow, Carnivine, Escape Rope, Silicobra, Houndour, Lickitung, Horsey, Mankey, Remoraid Reverse, and Single Strike Urshifu V. Okay. But what I will say is a lot of this stuff I love collecting. I've been playing the Pokemon games for a while. It got to the point, like I said, I wish I could go back and not sell any of my games because I had every single one of them up until Diamond and Pearl, I believe. Now I'm relegated to a Nintendo 3DS where you can download the first gen games, second gen games, all the remakes, like Alpha Ruby, Omega Sapphire, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, right? Where you can get the remakes, you can download the originals, and just play them all on one device. Girder Reverse and Conqueror non-hollow. And that's what I'm relegated to now. Play a little bit of Poke MMO on the computer, but it's something I've remained involved in. Just not so much the TCG and the card, the card collecting side of things. Or watching the animes. I can't say I've really been doing that over the past couple of years, but Tower of Waters, Luxio, Weeping Bell, Mawile, Fomantis, Remoraid, Spearow, Pachirisu, Tapu Bulu, and Licky Licky. But what I can say is I'm still working on my 3DS. I'm still working on getting through Gen 2, the original Gen 2s. I'm a completionist. I like to get as much done on a game before I switch to a new one as possible. I think we have a V or VMAX in the back of this one. Caracol, Pignite, Fan of Waves, Sizzlipede, Glameow, Galarian Slowpoke, Yamper, Murkrow, Single Strike, Scroll of Scorn, Rapid Strike Energy Gold. I was wrong. I thought it was a VMAX or V. I thought I saw black, but I saw gold. That's cool. I really like what they did with these gold cards. Now, what I can say is it'd be really cool in these last 2 packs to pull a Tyranitar. The alt art, preferably. Right? But the likelihood, pretty slim. Which is fine, right? It just means I need to go open more of these. So we have Lightning Energy and DD, Swordward and Shieldburnt, Crawdaunt, Cherubi, Mindfu, Silicobra, Galarian Mr. Mime, Bellsprout, Reverse Hollow Phoebe, and Full Art Single Strike Mustard. So back-to-back packs, we get a Full Art and we get a Gold, which I believe is a secret rare. Correct me if I'm wrong down below. Right, I think the gold cards are considered secret rares. If they're not, leave me a comment down below. I would really like to know for sure. Because this is the first big box opening I've done of Pokemon ever. Even back when I was a kid and I was collecting first edition base set stuff. Never opened a box. It was just packs here and there. Indeedee, Crawdaunt, Salandit, Bellsprout, Mindfu, Yamper, Glameow, Reverse Hollow Golbat, and non-hollow Galarian Mr. Rhyme. Well, that will be the end of the video as I pick up all of our sleeve cards. So, we're going to have a little bit of a recap here. So we have Mimikyu V, Single Strike Urshifu V, Empoleon V, Victini VMAX, Corviknight VMAX, Flapple V, Single Strike Style Mustard Full Art, and our Rapid Strike Energy Gold. So, with that being said, guys, I'm going to call it there. If you want to see me open the second box of these that I have sealed, let me know. I'd be more than happy to do that. Or I can always call the guy that I got these from, see if he has any more he's willing to part with. Although, after seeing the receipt in the bag today, I don't know if he's going to be willing to part with them. But I can always pick up another one. That's not a problem. Probably go to eBay or Collector's Cash or Cardinal Gaming. Probably go to one of their sites, pick it up from them. But if you guys like the video, please remember to like the video down below. Give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already and you like the content that you see or have seen, please, please, please subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a ton. and I appreciate it. I really do. I can't say how much I appreciate it. But with that, it's going to be a wrap. So I hope you guys have a phenomenal day. Take care, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.